What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and I am back to talk about Love and Marriage DC. And can I tell y'all something? Sherelle Duncan, y'all better not play with sis. Y'all better not play with her, okay? Because she is not, she did not come to play, and she don't play about her friends, okay? So let's get into it, shall we?
Man. Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it. Do us. So we are coming in with a force, yeah. Blessing the reap and we coursing on.
All right, y'all. So we are back. We are back to talk about Love and Marriage DC. And y'all, I have got to say, it's only 2 episodes in, and I said this in my last review. This show is thousands of times better than it was before. It's like a whole new show, honestly. Like, I feel like it's a whole new show, and I'm glad. Okay. What's up? What's up? What's up, Ms. Reese? Hi, Shay. What's up? What's up? Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. So let's get into this review. So we are still in this episode. We're starting off where we left off with Jamie and little Jamie kind of still getting into it. Little Jamie is out there, obviously upset. He's crying. The producer is talking to him. Then you have another producer talking to Big Jamie, and Arena is trying to like get in the middle of them because this whole situation with this father and son toxic deal that they have going on, I don't know what's happening here, but this family needs some help. Like I told y'all, if you watch my last video, I feel like little Jamie is one of those entitled boys or young men and he's actually not a young man anymore. This man is 26 years old. He's about to be 30, the dirty 30, and soon enough. Okay. So all of these things that he's doing and acting very entitled is ridiculous. And I feel like Jamie and Arena have to accept fault of some of that. They really, really do. Because he didn't just start acting like this. He couldn't. He couldn't have. Okay. I told y'all in my last video, because I'm from the DMV area, there are so many young men that were mainly born in the 90s, and hell, some of them from the 80s too. Okay. Because they take what the 80s like. It's like they have this thing where they want to be ghetto. Like, you grew up in a nice house, but you want to be gangster. You want to be ghetto. Like, that's just going to prove that you are the guy. And it's cute to be ghetto. It's not. I keep telling people all the time, when I was young and people were doing that, I'm like, do you know people that live in the ghetto don't want to live in the ghetto? They want to live where you live. They want to come over your house and play with you. They want to come hang out with you so they can escape their reality. But you trying to be ghetto and gangster. And I see that in little Jamie. Like, I feel like little Jamie was given everything. And he's for some reason acting out, and he's not appreciative of the things that his parents have given him. And it's more like, gimme, can you spare? You know what I mean? It's like, the more you give me, the more I want. And I feel like even their oldest, Brittany, which is, Arena's daughter, but obviously Jamie has claimed her as his own daughter. Like, I feel that she feels the brunt of that as well, because being the oldest, you see a lot. And she sees where they've coddled her little brother. They've coddled him. And obviously they've given Jason the attention that he needs because he has a disability. But then you have little Jamie, that's the namesake, and out here acting a plumb fool and getting away with it, like scot-free, and still expects to get away with it as he gets older. And it's just ridiculous. So he's basically little Jamie offering himself up to his dad, like he about to beat the brakes off his father out here on national TV. And Jamie is like, I know you effing lying. I don't know who you think you dealing with, but I bust a move out this joint real quick. Okay. You not going to disrespect me like this here on this TV. That's not what we're about to do. And Jamie basically was like, I don't want to be like this because this is my son. But at the end of the day, you're not about to be out here disrespecting me like this. Absolutely no way, no how. So Arena is, basically trying to get in the middle of them and trying to talk some sense into both of them. And even Quick comes over and he's like, listen, a man, he's trying to talk some sense into little Jamie. And he's like, listen, you a man, right? A man is not going to have another man paying his car note. Because Jamie was like, I'm paying his car note. I'm giving him $100 a week trying to help him out. You mad because I won't pay the ticket. Y'all created that monster. Arena taking him to the car dealership last season. She said she wasn't going to co-sign for the car. But I don't believe that she didn't co-sign for that car. I believe that they do things for him. One, because he's Jamie's namesake. And two, he's the only other child that they have that, and I hate to say it like this, that they will consider normal, that they didn't have to go above and beyond and do extra with because of, things that they couldn't control that happened to them in life. With Jason, they couldn't really see him do a lot of things because of his disability. Okay. And they had to take care of him. They didn't think that they would really see him be on his own. So with their two children that pretty much can live a normal life, I think they may have overindulged him per se. Okay. And it's very unfortunate. So Quick is trying to talk some sense into him. And, he's telling him, listen, you got to be a man. You got to grow up. Your dad shouldn't be doing all these things for you. And little Jamie is like, listen, I get that Quick is trying to be helpful, but I ain't really trying to hear none of that right now. Of course, you're not trying to hear any of that right now because you are a you're a simp. Your parents have raised you to be a simp. You sitting out here crying like a little baby for what? Because your mommy and your daddy won't call you this one extra time? Boy, get yourself together. Get yourself together. Then he's off to the side talking to Arena saying, Ma, I didn't get that job. It wasn't because of my me doing drugs. It was because of my background. Do you think you deserve a round of applause for not doing illegal drugs? This boy is very entitled. First of all, your background is the way that it is because of you. You were out here doing stupid stuff. That's why your background is messed up, and that's why you can't get a job, because you created the background that you have. That's nobody else's problem. Then he was like, I could have asked Grammy for the money, but I figure I asked y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all talking about y'all want to help me out. Again, the entitlement of it all. It's very annoying. I don't know if this boy sees himself on TV and how stupid he looks. You're 26 years old, my G. Get yourself together. Unbelievable. He was like a little child in that hallway throwing a tantrum because his parents wouldn't do what he wanted them to do. So you're not going to talk to them for a whole week because you won't pay my ticket. And if you don't want to do it, I'm going to just ask Granny. And my girlfriend does everything for me. Okay, cry me a river, dick face. Get a life, get a job, and get over it. Build a bridge and get over it because nobody cares. Ms. Reese says he was like a 3-year-old crying like that. Yeah. I was like, really? You really about to sit out here and cry because your parents are not giving you what you want right now? You're throwing an adult tantrum right now. You are throwing an adult tantrum right now, and it is not cute. So, y'all, this family needs some help. So, moving on from that scene, Winter is back on the scene, child. Okay, she is back to run amok and cause some issues. All right, I know she already in the mix of doing that. So Winter is on the scene. Her divorce is final. She is, Kevin finally signed the papers, and she's in the studio with Alfred Duncan, aka Black. That's what a lot of people call him. And I didn't even think about, he is from a DC go-go band named Mumbo Sauce. Like, I remember there's a popular go-go song called Welcome to DC, and the group Mumbo Sauce sang it. And it made me think of it because Joy brought it up in one of the scenes, which we'll talk about this again once we get to her part. But Alfred is in there and they're going to be doing a song together. So he's going to help Winter with this song, I guess called Gutter Barbies, that she wants to do. So as he's in there, Sherelle Duncan comes in, which I don't understand why Ashley later on in the show, if she knows Sherelle so much, why she was calling her Sherella, because that is not that girl's name. But moving on, Sherelle Duncan comes in, which is Alfred's wife, Black, aka Black's wife, and she sits down to eventually talk to Winter because Black leaves out of the room, and her and Winter sit down to talk. And she says, you know, so what's the name of the song? You know, what are you doing? You know, how you been doing? You're here to do this song with Black, which y'all working on. She says, oh, the song. And Winter says, well, the song is called Gutter Barbies. And she tells her that it's basically about Arena and Ashley. And, you know, they were pretty much being mean to her last year. And she said a gutter Barbie is basically, you know, somebody that just looks good, but goes low. Okay. So she's just like, you know, she tried to make peace with them so many times, but it's just no making peace with them. And I agree with Sherelle, though. Sherelle dropped some knowledge on Winter. And I said this in my reviews for Love and Marriage DC. Winter kept on saying, oh, but I got this information, but I gotcha, gimme, gotcha. I got all this information on you, but she never really said what it was. And my thing is, if you're not going to say what it is, don't even say nothing, sis. Don't even say nothing. And that's basically what Sherelle was saying. She was like, you know, well, Ashley is my friend. And, you know, I'm not the type of person that's going to be like going in between y'all, like trying to be in the middle of y'all stuff, because I'm grown. I can be friends with whoever I want. And I'm glad that she has that viewpoint, because sometimes when we are in friendships, and it seems like friendships are very important to Sherelle, and she's made that very clear. Sometimes our judgment can be very cloudy, where we have this undying allegiance and loyalty to one person that we feel like we can't be friends with other people because we don't want to have any strife or grief in this other said relationship. When it's like, if you mad at this person, that's your bag to hold. That has nothing to do with me. So sometimes I think, especially in friendships, it's time to mind your business in certain realms of other people's lives and things they got going on. So with Sherelle, she was basically telling Winter that she didn't think that it was right for her to be, you know, telling people all this stuff about their kids and about their relationship and all this, that, and the third, if she really wasn't going to say it. If you ain't going to say it, don't spray it or say it if you ain't going to go ahead and get it on out. Okay? Period. Keep it to yourself if you're not going to go ahead and air it all the way out. And, you know, I agree with her saying that. And I think that Winter hearing it from somebody else the way that she did, because Sherelle seems like a straight no chaser kind of person. She ain't about to sugarcoat for your ex. Okay. So moving on. In the next scene, Ashley goes to Fox 5 to talk about her book. And they, of course, ask her about Monique and Chris. She's like, well, Monique and Chris ain't write a book. Why the hell y'all asking me questions about them? This here is about me, not about them. Why are you asking me about them? And she was like, you know, well, I haven't even talked to her since last week. Like, you know, I don't know. And, you know, maybe you should ask her, but my marriage is good. So I felt like that could be shady, but also real, because it's like, listen, y'all are interviewing me. If you want to ask Monique about her, get her on your show, because this 15 minutes of fame right here, it belongs to me. Okay. And that's what I would have did if I was Ashley. I'd have been like, listen, I don't really know what Monique is doing, but I'm pretty sure, you know, if you hit up her management team, she would be happy to come on here and you can talk to her. But for as of right here, we're going to talk about my book and the things I want to do. And that's on period. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. So, she comes off camera and Ashley is talking to her assistant and says, you know, I can't tell. She tells her assistant she was caught off guard by the questions about Monique. And it's just like, you know, listen, this is about me. Why are we even talking about her? And my thing is, I don't know why they keep talking about Monique so much. And they're not even on the damn show. I can see why Monique said, if y'all remember when she was on her little press tour of me and Chris are still together, or we still love each other, or we just live different houses, blah, blah, blah. But them basically in their whole tour of We Are Still Together, right? She talked about why she didn't want to come back on the show, and I think it was money. And I think she really wanted to monetize her position on the show, so much so that it's beyond them just paying you that one check to come on the show. She was like, you should be getting paid every time your face shows up. So when the show is syndicated and they're playing reruns, or when they even like recapping stuff or whatever, you should get paid for it. Which I get her whole ideal behind that. And I feel like that's kind of like a snub. I think that's why Carlos is constantly putting her image or talking about her so much on the show, because I think he's being shady. Because she really don't have nothing to do with the storyline. Like, they could have completely not talked about her at all. But I feel like it's a snub to her for them to keep talking about her, and they're not paying her, because that's what she wanted in her agreement, and which she ultimately decided not to move forward, be on the show, because she feels like every time her face comes up or every time she's talked about, she should be paid, even if she's not on the show. And I get it. You know, listen, The Lion King, what's Jason, what's his name? Jason something. But when he did The Lion King and his mother negotiated his contract, where his voice singing for the for Simba and all that, that man is getting paid to this day. To this day. If he had just taken the little check they wanted to give him, which back then in the 90s, to get over $2 million and you're a child, that's a lot. But his mother was like, no, I'm not taking that. But what you will do is pay me every time this is played, or every time his voice shows up in any type of thing that you're doing or selling. And listen, the man has been rich ever since because of it. And he's made well over $2 million off of that. So I see what Monique was trying to do. And I also see where Carlos is consistently snubbing her, just to let her know that he's in control and he's in charge, which I'm like, you was a petty principal right there. All right. But moving on. In the next scene, Arena and Jamie are at home, and they're still reeling about the night before. Like, they're still kind of like buzzing about it. And they wanted to talk about it. So Arena has some boxes that she needs to bring into the house. So she tells Jamie to come downstairs so that he can help her get the boxes, and then they can go through a lot of the gifts that were given for Jason from his party the night before. So child, Jamie come down the steps and bust his ass. I'm like, Jamie, I know you 49, but 49 really ain't that old, sir. Watch your step. I mean, why is you sliding down the steps in Gucci? Child, moving on. Okay. So they sit down and talk, and Jamie is basically telling Arena, he's like, you know what? Listen, I'm tired of enabling him. I feel like you enable him too much, and it's just giving too much. And he's like, you know, I can't believe that because he felt like Arena was scolding him, because Arena said, you know, sometimes you got to watch your tone and how you talk to people. And he's like, are you serious? So you just gonna forget about the whole last week thing where he wasn't talking to either one of us because he wasn't getting his way. So you completely forgot about that. And now it's my fault. And she's like, listen, you could do better with your tone. Like, you could talk to people better. And here's my thing. I don't think it's Jamie's fault of what's happening with little Jamie. Now, can he do some things differently? Absolutely. But his behavior overall, that is not Jamie's fault. All on his own. That's both of y'all. Both of y'all made little Jamie the way that he is. And Arena suggested that they have some type of counseling. She's like, we need somebody that we don't know to sit down and talk to us and assess what's going on. Because right now, with the way that it's going, it's not working. We're not getting anywhere, and we need help. And Jamie, I was proud of him, because he didn't say, oh, I don't need no therapist. Ain't nothing wrong with me. He didn't take that bullheaded approach. He actually was like, you know what? Whatever it takes, I'm there. And that shows somebody that really loves their child and really wants to move forward, because at the end of the day, this is your son. And whatever it's going to take to save him, to get his life together, because this young man is on a downward spiral of foolishness. And it can be salvaged if he wants it to be. And if you guys have the right person to get him in check, because obviously what you guys are saying is not working. He don't want to listen to y'all, but he want to continue to drain y'all pockets. I don't get it, but hopefully therapy can really work. So in the next scene, Alicia, which is Ashley's friend, is over her house, and she is there. Apparently, she's been Ashley's friend since they were in ninth grade. So they talk about a conversation her and her sister Pooh had, Ashley's sister Pooh had about her mom. Because with Ashley's book coming out, Ashley is not necessarily worried, but she is mindful of how the things that she wrote in her book about her mother are going to make her mother feel. Like her mother apparently wasn't there for her in her teenage years. The mom left when she was 16, when Ashley was 16 years old, and went to go live with her boyfriend and just left Ashley. And Ashley was just like, yeah, no, you don't get the Mom of the Year award for that. And like her mother is like, I guess, really popular in her church and all this, that, and the third. So like people have this image of her that is not true. And so the older sister was like, yeah, mom is not going to really like what you wrote in her book or what in your book about her or whatever. And Ashley is like, well, all I did was tell the truth. This is my truth. So what you're not going to do is put up this fake and phony view of yourself, and I'm not changing my book. So it is what it is. So they talk about that and how she had to take care of herself and whatnot when her mom made that decision, and how her mom would be upset. And then they talk about getting tattoos. So there's a guy coming over, and they're basically going to get tattoos on these two fingers or something like that. Which I'm like, okay, corny. But you like it, I love it. So they're going to get a tattoo where one person's finger has a smiley face and the other person's has an eyes. Whatever. That's what they doing. Moving on. So then they talk about Joy and excuse me. They talk about Joy and her coming to the Think Pink party, and how their last discussion went about her not being a mom, but her having a whole discussion with single moms. Here's my thing. Move on. It's not that serious. Like, Ashley, why do you really give a damn so much? Like, okay, let the lady talk to single moms, whatever. Who freaking cares? Like, literally, who cares? Who cares? Steve and Marjorie Harvey or whoever works for them chose her to do this event for whatever reason. They knew she didn't have no children. So guess what? Mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business. All right? Period. Let that lady go get her money and do her speaking engagements and live her best life. Moving on. So the ladies arrived to Ashley's Think Pink party, and Joy sees Sherelle Duncan, and she's instantly pissed off because of the whole Mumbo Sauce thing. So Mumbo Sauce is a local, I don't know if it's still a version of them around, but it's a local DC go-go band. And apparently she was in this band with Alfred Duncan, and he did something to end the band, and that has her feeling some type of way because he done messed up her bag in some sort of way. Okay. So Ashley pulls Sherelle to the side to talk to her, as Joy is like giving her stank eye. I don't even think they spoke to each other, child, but whatever. So Ashley pulls Sherelle to the side to talk. Sherelle asked her about some song called Gutter Barbies, and asks her, does she know about it? And she's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. So Ashley explains to her what a Gutter Barbie is. And Sherelle is like, listen, I don't know nothing about no Gutter Barbies, but Black is not about to be writing no diss songs. Okay. I told her that we're not about to be a part of nothing like that. And y'all just need to talk. Like, Sherelle is like on this mission to try to get them to be cordial and talk to one another and just like get on one accord. And I'm like, some people you just can't play the middleman between. Like, I don't think that friendships are as important to Ashley as they are to Sherelle. I think Ashley is more, she's trying to be the it girl, which, girl, you're not it. Okay. I don't know how much Ashley, listen, I don't want to be mean or rude, but you don't have the it factor, ma'am. You just don't. you're just rude and nasty, and it's giving stank. Like, I would not want to be your friend. I just wouldn't, because it's given very staunch, like very stoic. Like, you want to be a part of the plastics. You think you're Regina George. And that time of life is done. Like, you want to be the pretty girl bully. But you're in your 40s, I'm sure. Or maybe in your 30s. However old you are, you're too damn old to act like this. Okay? And that's just what it is. Like, I don't get this whole grown ass ladies trying to be mean girls mentality. Who does that? Grow up. Because at this state of life, somebody trying to be mean to me and I pay my own damn bills, girl, you can kiss my black ass, the ashiest side, okay? Because I am not about to be pressed to be nobody's friend. Not at all, ever, okay? And I can appreciate that about Sherelle, because Sherelle eventually says that in a conversation where all the ladies get together. And she's like, you know, listen, I don't care about this popular girl stuff and all of that. You know, I love my friends and my family, and that's it, and that's all. I love whoever is down for me. It ain't got nothing to do with stature or namesakes or titles. Like, if you down with me, I'm down with you. Okay. And she's looking around at everybody. And it seemed like Arena and Ashley were looking at her like, girl, what? And I'm like, y'all are so lame. I don't think Arena is like that. And I can say that because I've actually been around Arena personally. And you know, she doesn't probably remember me because she's been around people in large groups or whatever. But she doesn't strike me as that type of person. Like, Arena she's just like the girl that people want to hang around, but she's like an around the way girl. She's just a fly around the way girl. She doesn't act like she's better than anybody or anything like that. I just think like Arena just gives me around the way girl that wears labels. That's it. But Ashley gives me, I think I'm the shit. And it's like, okay, girl, you got a real butt and real boobs, but your attitude is real stank. Like, girl, bye. Okay. Ebony M says, hello, everyone. What's up? Ebony? Thank you so much for joining us. Child, I got to get y'all in here because, you know, for the Love and Marriage DC, I don't know what's happening to the views. Y'all just in love with Love and Marriage Huntsville, child. Ain't nothing going on with Love and Marriage Huntsville right now. We got to get the views going for other things. We got to watch other stuff. Okay. I don't know, but I appreciate the 11 people that are in here watching with me right now. Lord knows I do. Okay. Thank y'all. Please make sure that you are liking the video. Okay. So Ashley, so after they talk about the whole situation, Sherelle talking about friends and this, that, and the third, Arena feels like Sherelle is being messy. Like, she feels like she's playing both sides. And I don't see that. Like, I've seen, you know, Sherelle in different scenarios. Like, I followed her for a while on Instagram. She's like really a down to earth person. Like, she is really not, she doesn't give me fake. Like, she doesn't strike me as a person that does things for attention. Like, I think that people just naturally gravitate to her because of her big personality, but she's not that person that's trying to be the it girl and, you know, be seen by everybody. She just is seen on her own. It is what it is. So I don't know why Arena would say something like that just because she's hanging out with Winter and she don't like Winter. Maybe that's what it is. But I mean, y'all better be thankful for Winter, because Winter is the only reason y'all got a second season. Because if it wasn't for Winter, this show, as boring as it was last season, would not have made it. Now, it's definitely, I'm glad it did, because it's light years better this season than it was last season. However, nevertheless, y'all need to be thanking Winter every chance you get. Okay. Every chance you get. And Sherelle, I love you, sis, but I don't know if you about to be the bridge that mends the two. Just let them go on and hate Winter. Winter, she can handle her own. She got this. You just be her friend and y'all just do what y'all do behind the scenes, because yeah, it ain't gonna work. My girl Ebony says this cast didn't even need Monique Samuels. Yes, you are so right. We are. Oh my God, Monique. I love Monique, but she had to go. She had to go. Okay, she was not, like I said in my last review. Monique wanted this to be the Cosby Show or Family Matters. That's what she wants. And that's not reality TV. Like, you wanted it to be affluent Black couples just going out and having dinner at Truluck's every night. And oh yeah, we're gonna have some vegan cuisine and we're gonna do this and that and everybody's perfect. No, that's not how reality TV goes. And not to say that everything gotta be ghetto or it gotta be some drama or whatever, but it's fake. It's not real. Ain't nobody living like that. They're not. Okay, they're just not. Sorry. Okay, just sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Sherelle looks like Akbar V from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She does give me that vibe a little bit, and Akbar is rather young, so kudos to Sherelle for keeping Black not cracking, child. Linda Gamble says, hello, Shay Renee. What's up, Linda? How you bees? What's going on? Linda says hello to Eb. And everybody is speaking to each other. Yes, y'all are awesome. So dope. So dope. So yeah, so y'all, in the next scene, they walk over to okay, this is when they talk about the diss track. Yeah, that was when Sherelle talked about how important friendships are to her after she talked about the diss track. But the diss track, I mean, I don't really think that the diss track really means that much. Like, if she wants to write a diss track, I don't even think that Ashley would even care, honestly. And my thing is, if Black wrote the diss track with her or even produced it, that shouldn't have anything to do with Ashley. Like, he's getting paid to do that, which, no, you know what? Let me stop, y'all. That's rude. I'm just saying that because I want to hear the song and I think it's funny. If that's my friend, yeah, no, we not about to be producing no ghetto songs about none of my friends. Sorry. I wouldn't be letting Black write that song either. But I didn't like how Irena was saying that Sherelle is just trying to cover her butt, because I don't think that's the case at all. I really don't. Linda Gamble says, sorry, I'm late. Girl, you was not late. You was right on time. Whenever you get here is the time to be here, okay? But I appreciate you nevertheless for being here. So before they ended the little powwow at the pink party, if you will, Sherelle says, I think that you guys should talk to Winter, but I don't think you should talk to her together. I think you should talk to her individually. And then Ashley is basically like, I ain't talking to her anyway, so you ain't got to worry about no group talking with me. I'm done with her. And Irena was like, well, I'll talk to her because I want to know about these DMs and all this stuff, these allegations that she's putting out there. And my thing is, Irena, you admitted in the conversation with Winter that you still had the DM. So why didn't you just read them? I don't, child. It's just a classic, I want to be mad, so I'm going to stay mad type of BS, okay? So moving on, Irena does agree to go and meet with Winter. So in the next scene, she actually goes to meet with Winter, okay? So Winter and Irena sit down to talk. They discuss how things went downhill when Winter went on Carlos King and said Irena and her husband cheat on each other. And she said, she says things, Irena says that Winter says things and go on live and podcasts and go against what she says. Like when she apologizes to them in person, then she'll go on live somewhere or go on somebody's podcast and then put them down or say something totally against what she said when she apologized. And I could see kind of like some wishy-washy stuff with Winter. And I don't know if Winter does a lot of these things for shock value, which I think she does for the most part. And it honestly, like, if you want to move forward with these ladies, you got to stop. Like, you got to find common ground somewhere with the stopping the BS. Like, get to know them and move forward. Or if you're going to keep on throwing daggers and chakras, go ahead and do that too. But pick a lane, because you can't keep on apologizing to them and then doing something else. Okay. So then Winter says, why didn't you guys just reach out if you had a problem with me or a problem with the things that I was saying that you're seeing on these said podcasts and lives? And Irena was basically like, I'm not going to reach out to you because I don't really F with you like that for real. You're not my friend. So like, at the end of the day, why am I reaching out to you to give a damn about what you got to say? But I'm going to have to get you together too, Irena, because if you're going to be mad about what she says, at least confront her. Like, if you got a problem with what she's saying. It doesn't have to, you don't have to be her friend to say something. You could be bothered, and that's enough to go and talk to somebody about some shit. Like if you say something that I don't appreciate or I don't like, and you're talking about me, heck yeah, I'm gonna come and address it with you. Period. You ain't gotta be my friend for me to want to address you talking about me. Or if I don't care, I'm not going to say anything. Obviously, you would actually care, Arena, because y'all constantly having something to say. Winter has turned some viewers off by bringing up the DM opinion about Jason. Yeah, I'm going to get into that because I didn't appreciate that. She didn't have to, and that was mainly hearsay. That wasn't anything that even needed to be mentioned. To me, the DM wasn't juicy anyway. It was just a person's opinion that Jason really wasn't at home like that and was in a boarding school. Big deal. Winter probably should have ignored it. Right. That's how I felt too. So getting to what Ebony said. So there was a DM that was Winter was talking about, and it was about when she was on the reunion, and she was talking about yeah, you know, stuff about kids, and you might want to know this. You read it, I sent it to you, blah blah blah. That was something she could have kept to herself. So basically she was like, Arena and Jamie didn't really, you know, whoever this hating person was in the DM that obviously don't know them like that, sent something saying they didn't really take care of Jason. They had him off at a boarding school for the most part, and he was really fending for himself. Then when he had to finally come home because he was out of the boarding school, that's why they moved the grandmother in, Arena's mother, so that they can go out here running the streets. I'm like, what? That didn't even make any sense. And that was stupid. Like, what was even the point of bringing that up? I don't get it. But anyway, you like it, I love it. So Arena was pissed. She's like, you know, these people are not even, who are you even talking about? That's not even nobody that I know or care about. They don't even know me like that. Like, I don't care what these people are saying about me. Like, they don't know my life. And you can tell that Jamie and Arena are very, very, very close to this situation with their son. Like, this is not something that they're just like, oh, you know, my son has a disability, let me pawn him off on somebody else. No, they're very close to what's going on with him. And he seems very close to his parents. Like, you have to have a certain level of trust factor. You can't, when you can't see, you can tell that boy trusts his parents. So they obviously are around him all the time. So I don't know why Winter would even think that it's okay to set her mouth to even speak on that. That's a very sensitive situation with their child, and especially since he has a disability. Like, I wouldn't even be worried about what these people are saying. That was really irrelevant for her to even bring that up. Shaman like, hello, how are you? What's up, Michelle? What's going on? How you bees? Linda Campbell says, hello, Michelle. Ebony M says, it was some cold tea with big old ice cubes in it. Child, period. Okay. If I was Winter, I wouldn't have even made a big deal about a DM. It wasn't juicy gossip. It wasn't. It really wasn't. I agree. Some people say a rumor that allegedly the Tylers are a swinger couple. So I thought she had DMs about that. But about Jason being away at school, who cares? Right. I've also heard about them being swing from palm trees. Okay, but you know, I don't know. They ain't swung over here, child, and we ain't swinging over there. So hell, kids is off limits in grown folk conversations. Correct, absolutely. Don't talk about my child. Hell, I don't want you talking about me. I daggone sure don't want you talking about my child. But yeah, that whole swinging situation. Yeah, I have heard that around the DMV, but I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I don't even know, child. I don't know if Jamie would have enough damn stamina to keep it going for. Let me stop. I don't know. Shit. All I know is I know what I'm doing over here, and the one person that it's happening with, I ain't worrying about nobody else's bedroom, child. But moving on. Yeah, Arena and Winter, I don't even know why they had this meetup, because now they yelling and screaming at each other again over these DMs, which I think that Winter should have never brought up. Like, girl, do you want to get along with these chicks or not? I don't think so. I don't think she does. Ms. Wynn says, hello, I was happy for Winter, but that scene was distasteful. Yeah. I'm like, you know, I was happy to see her back on the show because I think that, you know, she's definitely necessary for the show. But that was totally unnecessary for her to bring up. LOL, right, Jamie. When I think of a swinger man, I think of The Rock, someone who's in good shape. LOL. Right, because child, y'all noticed Jamie Gut was sitting on his Gucci belt or whatever. I'm sure it was somebody's brand name, child. But he was sitting there looking gut tabulous. I'm like, who is swinging there? He need to swing it on a diet, because that little tum-tum, I know that ain't from just eating donuts as a police officer, child. Shit. He need to. I know they did have a gym back in the day. He might need to go back, during now that he retired. He might need to go on and get in where he fit in at their gym. Open the doors back up. I don't know, or something. And I know they got enough money and they bougie. They probably got a damn Peloton too. Get you some weights in the basement. Do some sit-ups, get your gut health together, flush your system, okay? Because I know you probably drink a lot of coffee as a cop. You got to flush your system, sir, because it's all built up right in your gut. Yeah, and it's sitting in your lap. So that's less space for a woman to sit on your lap. That's all I'm saying. But I'm gonna let that go, y'all. But yeah, we'll continue in next week, where we see Arena and Winter obviously still having this conversation. I think Arena even walks out at some point. I don't know, but I just want them to get it together. Like, I want them to be okay. I'm sick and tired of this everybody versus Winter crap. And I don't want anybody to be against Sherelle either. I think Sherelle is going to be amazing for this show. I really do. I think that she is that person that's going to tell it like it is, and she's not going to straddle the fence. She's not going to be like, well, I really like Ashley, so I'm going to do this. No, she's going to be like, Ashley, you're my friend, but you full of shit. Like, I can see her really saying that. And I can see her doing this. She's already called Winter out on her BS. Like, girl, why are you even sending these DMs? Like, what is your problem? Let it go. Linda Gamble says they really didn't need the Samuels. They didn't. This show, I can see this show being as interesting as, let me knock on wood, child. What's this desk made of? I can see it getting up there with Huntsville at some point. Not because of the same things that's going on with Huntsville. I hope ain't nobody cheating on nobody. But nevertheless, I can see it getting up there. I really can. But only time will tell. Linda is on it, y'all. She said 15 likes and 12 in the chat. Come on, give me the 3 more likes, y'all. Come on, y'all. Just hit me out. Help a sister out. Okay. I know I've been gone for a little bit. Y'all probably a little pissed at me. But I told y'all I was at a work convention for a whole week. I couldn't get online because I told y'all I'm incognito. I don't want these people to know I'm shaving their online. I'm a good corporate job. Okay. But one day I'm just going to tell them and be like, F it. How about that? All right, y'all. Anyway, I will be back to talk about Sisters. I'm going to go grab me some water and a little snack. So come on back and join me in about 20 minutes or so. And we're going to talk about Sisters. And then we're going to get online again tonight. I haven't been reviewing Real Housewives of Potomac because it's just been really getting on my damn nerves. But child, we're going to get back into it, okay? Listen, Linda is on it. 16 likes, 16 in the chat. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate it. Ebony M says, fun live shade. Yes. I will be back shortly to talk about Tyler Perry's Sisters. And like I said, we're going to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac tonight. I haven't been reviewing it because I don't be watching that review for some reason. But I need y'all to watch my other videos too. Like, I love Huntsville too. But watch my other videos, please. And thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. But until then, thank y'all for watching. Please don't forget to like if you haven't. Comment on the video if you're watching it as a replay, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.